Check them out on the web at fishandsteelequipment.com.
Welcome back for our final segment here today on ETBU Extra. We're broadcasting live here on the ETB Sports Net from the Huffman Student Activities Area, which is located on the first floor of the Ornella Student Center on the beautiful campus of East Texas Baptist University. Time now to talk Tiger Tennis with the head tennis coach of Tiger Tennis here at ETBU, Jeff Bramlett. He has the head coaching jobs for both the ladies and the men. And Coach, last weekend, I know your squad went out to Abilene, which is a tennis town. I grew up in Abilene. I know how much they love tennis out there. It was a big tournament. And kind of tell me, things went real well for your squad.
Went real well. But before I get started, I have to say kudos to you, Mike, for the ASC Media Award of the week this last week. That was fantastic and well-deserved. You did a great job.
Well, thank you. It was kind of a surprise, but it's honored to be honored and recognized by your peers to win an ASC Media Service Award for 2015.
Oh, yeah,
so let's don't talk about me. I'm here to talk about Tiger Tennis.
You're going to make me talk about it.
Tiger Tennis.
Okay. Tiger Tennis. Yeah,
let's go with the men's first.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the ladies next.
Yeah, the men, they've we've got a lot of new faces on there, and I guess starting with Ryan Pierce. I knew he was going to do good when we stopped at Buc-ee's, and he said that his life is complete now after stopping at Buc-ee's. He's from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and he said he's lived his life now after stopping at Buc-ee's, and he went up there and had one of the best tournaments of anyone. He and Dylan Deathridge got to the finals of the doubles and just almost won that, and Ryan was within a super tiebreaker of getting to the finals of the singles. And then you've heard the old slogan, build it and they will come. We've got this brand new beautiful tennis center here. They just put the lights up this summer, and Marcel Lewis was literally walking by the tennis courts about 12 weeks ago and saw those courts, told his grandmother that he'd like to come here and play tennis for ETBU, and tried out for the tennis team. I saw him hit about 3 tennis balls, and that's all I needed to see from that young man. And his very first tennis tournament, he gets to the finals of that, and was actually serving for the first set at one point, and then serving again to go to the tiebreaker. And Marcel had a great tournament as well. Just about everybody on the men's side had a good tournament. Tyler got to the semifinals. Connor Mason was within a tiebreaker of winning the first set against TLU, a player who got to the 4th round of a summer ITA tournament. Like I say, Cody Highsmith was having a great tournament as well and wrenched his knee. Otherwise, he had a real good shot of getting to the finals, and so we're trying to get him healthy for this next weekend's tournament. But like I say, just about everybody had a fantastic tournament.
On the men's side, at the ASC Individual Championship held in Abilene, did well, but then, wow, your ladies really performed well with some championships. They brought back the hardware.
Yeah, the ladies, they won 5 championships this last weekend. So, and just about swept that thing. I mean, if they didn't win the championship, they were in the finals. If they weren't in the finals, they were in the semifinals. And a lot of those semifinal losses were actually tiebreakers. But starting with Kayla Casey, I just can't say enough great things about her. I mean, just, not just as a tennis player, but as a person. She's just really wrapped her arms around that team and, and just become the real leader of that team. And it's just such a humble person and just such a wonderful and sweet human being.
She won the doubles and the singles.
Won the doubles and the singles, and the extraordinary thing about the singles, she beat last year's ITA regional champion in that from TLU, and as they actually had a couple teams from out of the ASC in that. They had TLU in that tournament and Schreiner in that tournament, and it was a difficult match. They had about 20 ball rallies going back and forth on every single point, but she held on and beat her by a pretty strong score, 6-2, 6-3. That's pretty dominant in tennis scores. And then her doubles partner is an ex-Division I player that transferred from Texas State, and she and Kate Bramlett defeated them in doubles 8-3, and it was just the same thing. 10, 15 ball rallies going back and forth with all 4 of them up at the net. So, like I said, I was very, very proud of them, of that number 1 singles and number 1 doubles. And then the freshmen did it just incredible for us. They really did. We got a lot of youth on that team. Tiffany Stankiewicz just dominated her singles event. Won just about every match by about 6-2, 6-2, I think was her final score. Is a big hitter for us. Hits the ball very similar to the type of pace that you see from our men's program. And then she and Elizabeth almost won the doubles. They were ahead the entire match. I'm still trying to figure out how we lost that one. It was probably my coaching, but
they lost the tiebreaker 8-6. So
yeah,
they took it to the wire.
Yeah, they really did. They took it to the wire. And then let's see here. I'm trying to think what else we won in that thing. Kelly Cathon won the number 7 girls singles and end up won that 6-1, 6-0. So I mean, the only way you could do better is if you won 2 goose eggs in that 0-0. So and then she and Malika Seiko. I think we accidentally left that off of the website initially. We got it on today, but. Malika's another highly touted freshman, and she and Malika won the number 4 doubles line, and that was in a tiebreaker. And they were both just really mentally tough to beat Hardin Simmons. And now there goes Kelly right there. Everybody say hello to Kelly. She's a celebrity now. Look at that. From Kerrville, Texas.
We'll go to
Kerrville Tivy.
Yesterday, as I left campus, I was driving by the tennis courts. All your team using all courts, all 8 courts, and I know you're preparing for this weekend, which is a ITA tournament, which is your last tournament of the year for the fall.
Last tournament of the year for the men and women. We've got the women this coming weekend, and then the men the following weekend. And really, the ASC tournament is just the tune-up for the ITA tournament. And that's the biggie. That's the one sponsored by the NCAA. That's the one that will qualify you for the individual nationals. If you have to win it though to qualify for nationals. If you win it, it automatically qualifies you as an All-American, and that's a pretty big deal, as you know. And then our goal then would be just to go on and try to win a national championship. And that's the goal. So we'll see where it goes, but you just got to take it a point at a time and a match at a time. We had a real good tournament last year. We had a couple quarterfinalists, and we're hoping to build on that this year.
Final question here today on E2 Extra. After the first home football game against McMurray, I was leaving the stadium late, and I noticed that the lights on the tennis court were on to kind of help with people leaving the stadium. And what amazed me about the lights on our new tennis courts is how bright they were. And you were telling me how it was designed that way and some other neat features about that court that was designed to be a top-notch facility, and it is in East Texas for NCAA tennis.
Oh, it is. It is literally state-of-the-art. They've got the lights positioned so there's no blind spots when you toss a ball up in the air or when a lob goes up in the air. And the light posts are so high that you can't hit a lob above them hardly, so that you lose sight of the ball. So much as a light bulb goes out, or if there's a power failure, they've all got it up at the headquarters there. It's all satellite controlled. They can at one point they let us know that the lights went out at 10:40 on a Friday night a couple weeks ago, and they came back on at 10:45, and so it's just amazing the technology that are in these new lights. But it's literally like playing in daylight. It's just a beautiful setup.
Well, Coach, best to your Tigers as we finish out the season, and looking forward to more great things from Tiger tennis.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, and I hope I didn't leave out anybody this weekend, but I'm old, so I have an excuse if I forgot anybody. I'm trying to think who. I think Alex Rubio got to the finals also.
Okay. Well, good. We'll make sure we get Alex and make sure he's all right that we came to the list. Anyway, that's going to wrap up today's show. Thank you, Coach Bramlett, as I said, being our guest here, and thank you for clicking in on ETB Extra on the ETB Sportsnet. Hey, this program reminder coming up this weekend, Tiger football live from Southwestern. Pre-game show begins at 6:40 on the ETB Sportsnet, kickoff at 7. And if you live in Marshall, Harrison County, you can listen to the game on the radio locally on ESPN 1450 AM and also at 96.9 FM. On behalf of Adam and Matthew and Kenneth, appreciate their work today that allows the show to happen, and all the coaches and the players who came by to be, and of course our studio audience right here in the Huffman Student Activities area. We'll see you next Wednesday at noon for another edition of ETB Extra. I'm Mike Midkiff. So long from the campus of East Texas Baptist University.